Hello friends, welcome to TMXing Adventures. Lisa here. Now, I just did a video with no sound on. Thank you so much, Gwenda, for letting me know. Today we are making some dough and we are playing with this dough, doing a bit of an experiment. I've got gluten-free and I've got non-gluten-free and we've got a beautiful cinnamon sugar mix to put on top and do some stuff with it to fold it inside and make the most amazing cinnamon focaccia, which is what I'm so excited about. I saw like a reel or something on Facebook or somewhere over the weekend, and I've been thinking about this ever since. And they literally said, make your favorite dough, put cinnamon and sugar in the middle, let it prove, put holes in the top, melt some butter and put it all over top. And I was like, oh, this looks amazing. I've been thinking about it ever since. And I was like, can I make it gluten-free? And I was like, think I can. Let's do this. Can I make it glutinous? Probably. So I thought I'd take you along for the ride today. Sorry about those of you who watched on part one. Sorry, filling you in on what I've done. So, thank you, Gwenda. Thank you for telling me. I didn't even realize. It's been a big weekend and it was a long weekend at that. So what I've done here is I have made this recipe here. So the gluten-free burger with something or other. My 14-year-old stumbled across it the other week and he made them and they are really fluffy. They're really nice. They're very similar to artisan gluten-free loaf. That's what I've used for the gluten-free recipe today. And for the gluten one, if you want a like a gluten-filled recipe, just hit me up for it because it's kind of a made-up one that I've been using for years because we need a bigger batch. It's kind of the pizza dough, but it's a bigger version of pizza dough. And I swap in some of the milk for the water so that it gives it that more brioche-y feel. I didn't put eggs into it, so it's not a true brioche, mainly because my chickens aren't laying at the moment. So they're the two doughs. They have semi-proved at this point in time. They've been outside. It's not very warm today. It's actually a bit overcast, but they've semi-proved. This dough here is actually quite, like, it's not spongy properly yet. It's quite dense still, but I thought that might be okay for this. This one's actually probably proven, it's going to be interesting to work with. I'm not sure how this is going to go, guys. This could be a mess. The inner for this, so the cinnamon mix, is actually from this recipe here, which is called Tear and Share Cinnamon Scrolls. I don't think it's actually anything technically amazing. It was like butter, brown sugar, which I pulled out my Christmas brown sugar, and cinnamon, of course. That's it. Like, not hard at all. So let's come around here and let's get this into the focaccia. Now this is where it's going to get messy. So I've got my gluten one. Now I'm assuming the gluten one should be fairly easy to work with. I'm just going to do a bit of a fold over. You can see how I've floured nicely underneath. So I'm folding this into the middle. I'm going to give it a push down. Now this is getting another prove. Although in saying that, with your Thermomix dough, well, dough in general, like you don't want to overwork it. Oh, got cinnamon on me. You just don't want to overwork it. It just doesn't like it. So I'm making it into a big bread roll, really. So I'm just trying to spread that cinnamon through it so that it gets a nice, portion through. If you're getting, a piece of, don't do what I did and squish my bread open, although just push it back together. If you're getting a slice of this, that it's got a nice amount of the cinnamon into it. Yeah, see what I did? Just popped it, sprung a leak. That's all right. Oh, sprung a leak the other way. Okay, just don't do that. Probably when your dough's a bit more proven, you'll probably find you won't tear as easily. Mine's tearing because it just doesn't have that stretch in it. Now, just looking for my rolling pin. Because this is aiming to be a focaccia, I'm going to try, and it is going to prove now. I'm going to put it outside in the hopefully warmth. Looks like it's raining. And let it grow again. And so by the time I come back to use it, it will have completely changed texture. It will be fluffy like a cloud. It'll just be different. It's just got a different feel to it. Now I could put this in a thermomat. I just didn't. That's all. If you've got a thermomat, they're amazing. If you don't have one, let's do a demo. Get you one. It'll prove it a bit quicker. Although in saying that, I'm in no hurry today. I'm trying to slow down today. So by the way, exciting news from Thermomix while I just get this out a little bit bigger. You can trade in a KitchenAid, a Sunbeam mixer, and get a discount on TM6 until we run out of stock of the TM6. How cool is that? So if you have someone in your life who's like, oh my goodness, I'm not getting a Thermomix because I've got a whatever, and that was, a lot of money, but I don't use it, right? Which is what I hear at demos. they need to know, and you need to send them over my way so I can help them get a TM6 and then very most importantly get the most out of it. So there's that. I'm going to cover it with this, and I'm just going to put it, I was going to say in outside, but outside's actually not that great. I'll probably maybe turn on the oven on 40 and see if that'll do. Now this one is going to be interesting. This one could be a little scary to work with. I'm still going to do the same. I'm still going to cover it when I'm done, but I'm going to get sticky hands. So I might go this side, hey? So this is a really delicate, it's gluten-free, it's delicate, okay? There's no denying it. I don't love working with the dough, but my son needs to have gluten-free. Otherwise his skin does not appreciate it, nor does his body. So that's why I've got 2 doughs going. Most of you probably don't have to do that. And I also tend to do big batches of things because I would rather preference, just trying to figure out how to do this best. I'd rather preference cooking once and making it last multiple times, which is why I created the fill the freezer, not just for the ease of, you know, our caravan trips where I wanted to have chicken tonight equivalent, but without having to have chicken tonight with all its additives and numbers and preservatives, but also for that ease of making big batches and just doing it once, but it serves you beyond that once. You can see here it's split. Gluten-free, people, is not the same as gluten. That's okay though, I'm okay with that. What I'm doing here now, sorry I had my hand in front, is I'm just pushing it back out to about the size it started. I may need to get my GF flour, and it's just using standard GF flour, okay? Nothing crazy here. I don't want this to stick later, so what I might need to do gently, it's actually not too bad under there, just get this up off the thing, put some more of that down. That'll allow me to push it out a bit more. So what my goal of this step is to actually get those layers of cinnamon into the bread so that when we come back later, and this will have to be a YouTube part because you're not going to wait around for this to prove, I will be putting holes in it with my fingers, and I will be putting butter in it, on it, not in it, on it, and cooking it in the oven. Then topping it with the beautiful, you know, the white stuff you expect on cinnamon scrolls, that stuff on top. Okay, welcome back. I've had them actually in the oven on a really low, like 40 degrees for about 15 minutes, and you can see this texture change on both of them, definitely more prominent on the gluten one, but you can still see that's definitely changed texture as well. So all we're going to do now is I have melted butter while we've been not together. So all I did is I put my measuring cup inside in my simmering basket, and I actually melted the butter. I'm just gonna, ooh, too much finger. I'm just going to push this down and make some little holes in it so that it can hold some beautiful butter. And we're going to sprinkle this over the top, and it's going in a hot oven. It's going in a 200-degree oven for probably 15 minutes, I'm going to guess, but I'll just keep an eye on it in that time. And when we come back, it's going to sit out for a couple of minutes, probably about 10 minutes. And in that time, we will make our beautiful cream cheese frosting for the top and finish that together. It won't take long from here to be ready for the table. If you're wondering how much butter I used, probably about 75 grams. I'm making double though, remember, so you will not need that much for yours at all. So, yum. Look at that. Oh, so good. All right, so I'll get this in the oven now. By the way, spilled butter as well. Kind of stuff everywhere. I'll get this in the oven. Let's be back in 15 minutes, and I'll show you how to make the frosting, and we'll put this all together, and then we'll cut it up, and you can see what it's like inside. Can't wait to share that with you. We'll see you soon. Guys, I just did a great video on icing this and cutting it, and I didn't have it recording. So, catching you up. I've iced it. I milled down 75 grams of raw sugar into icing sugar. I used about 150 grams of cream cheese and about 50 grams of butter and some vanilla, and I whipped them together for, I think it was about 20 seconds speed 4. That did enough for both. Okay, now I've made massive batches today. Most of you won't do that. Here I have my glutinous one, and I've just sliced it and taste tested it. And if it was recording, you would have seen that. So I'm so sorry, but this is what it looks like inside, and it tastes amazing. So it's pretty much the pizza dough, with milk instead of water. And I did do an extra, like it's a 1.5 batch. So it's a nice big one, okay? Soft, fluffy, warm, amazing, okay? Now, if you are GF or you just preference gluten-free because it gives you a tummy ache otherwise or rashes like it does in our house, then this one is for you. And it is amazing. Now, if you're taking this to your workplace or somewhere because someone, you know, in your circle is gluten-free, you could cut off the rough edges. So let me show you. I had this so awesomely done. If only I was hit record earlier. See how they're rough edges from gluten-free? Slice it off and take in little squares of it. And honestly, it's amazing. It's like bread. And I mean, you can tell from the rustic edges, but if you don't take those rustic edges in and you keep them at home, no one would know the difference. And this is so amazing. So that was using the gluten-free bread roll recipe. But you could use artisan gluten-free loaf. It's pretty much that. So I just use sunflower seeds instead of almonds to make it a little lighter again. But oh my goodness, you can do this. This is amazing. So please share these videos with your friends and family who have a Thermomix or need a Thermomix. At the moment, until we run out of TM6 stocks or until the 2nd of June, 2025, you can get a discount on a TM6 with all the extra bundle bits, with the exception of cookie dough. You can actually get it discounted if you've got an appliance to actually trade in for a Thermomix. You can trade in a TM31 or a TM5 and you're going to get a really big discount, a $680 discount. If you want to trade in a KitchenAid or Magimix or those bigger brands, you actually get a $380 discount. And if you have a smaller kitchen appliance, a Smeg kettle or something like that, you get a $100 discount. So it's a really cool time to get a Thermomix in your kitchen as we close off the TM6 era and welcome in the TM7 era. So give this a go. Tell me what you think. It's really nice. I can't wait to get off camera and eat it. But I'm heading to the gym in the rain. So there you go. If I can help you or a loved one with your Thermomix, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm here to help you and them get the very most out of a Thermomix investment. I'd love to be the one who helps them get it in the kitchen and starts them off on the right foot. But otherwise, take care. And I'll see you in the next video soon. Bye for now.